Hey guys, I'm going to give this a bit because I just announced that we were going to go live, and I want to give everybody a chance to see the post. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do a quick tie-dye effect on your freshies. It's super easy. It is tedious, I will tell you that. Don't do it if you don't have the time. It has to be done last minute. It does take some time. I am using 3 different colors, as you can see. You really only need 3 colors, preferably colors that are bright. As you can see, I've chosen 3 colors you see a lot of times in tie-dye, but this is really easy. And guys, I wanted to do a round, but I couldn't find that is something that you guys are probably gonna have to. Hello, Tammy. And I think I saw one other person jump on. Say hi. Make sure to share this out. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one, but this is a cool one to have. Look, it's a baseball. How cool is that? Really great to have for baseball season. So, because you can sell a lot of these guys done in softball colors or in the white colors just to baseball parents. I mean, gosh, baseball moms are crazy. All right, you're going to need 3 colors. I would not go with more than 3 colors simply because it starts getting muddied in the center and it turns brown. So we're going to do a bright yellow, a bright blue, and a bright pink, which is usually 3 colors you see. And when they start mixing in at the in the oven, you're going to start seeing the colors mixed together as well. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Rhonda. Rhonda, if you could, if I miss any messages or questions, if you could answer them for me. I also have a white over here that I'm going to be filling in some areas with as well. But we're going to go with these 3 for right now. You're also going to need something to put the freshies in and something to move the freshies around, and it will make sense. So my intention is to start and work into the center. And I'm going to start thin and work my way up. You don't want to be too thick. You don't want too much in there at one time. I think I'll start with the blue. You just want a little at a time to start. Just like this. And you're just going to line the outside of where you want your freshie to start. And if I have to make more, I have everything out to make more. Just like this. Might be a little harder with the little doohickeys on here. Yes, I did say doohickeys. You're going to start making your swirl in this way. And here's where you start pushing things around, getting them where you want them to be. And I will be sending someone who watches my live. This is because I've been so out of it that it is time for me to give something away. Hello, Miss Christy. Hello, Michelle. So I have some freshies that I've made that need homes, and I'm going to give them away. So keep watching and I'll tell you how. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna start up here and start working my way around this way. Again, I have, and I've got this to take the, I'm gonna go with yellow next. Now when you put yellow next to blue, when it starts to melt, it will start making green. And pull in our stick to start pushing these around. And again, this is not one that you're going to come on and go, oh yeah, I can throw that together for you real fast. No, this is one that you're going to want to do if you have a little time and you want to practice with something. This is the one you're going to want to do that with, because this does take a little bit of time. But when it's done, guys, it's gorgeous. Add a little more, probably to the side over here. Sorry, I'm going off screen. Over here, not much. This is the fun part, pushing it where you want it. And this is where the tie-dye comes in. Everybody was asking me, how do you make one? And so I decided to show you. It's just this easy. It's just putting things where you want them. And I'm pulling my pink. And it's okay for there to be some empty spots because we're going to keep filling this, guys. And it's not going to be full in the center just yet because we still have some filling to do. I need to know how you guys have been. I've missed you. These last couple of weeks have really hit me hard. I laid down at 2 and I was like, I'm going to take a nap before I jump on. Ha! I get my beads, I get my my unscented beads off of Amazon for now. I know that there is a slight chance that we might start selling them here. It's just a matter of getting them because you know right now everything is so high. That's everything. So imagine how much it costs to have things shipped. But I did buy these. This is my daughter's choice. It's her, this is her freshie. Bayberry, I bought this at Madison and Company on Etsy. I buy from Keep Fresh with Freshie, or Keep Fresh with, Stay Fresh with Freshie, or Stay Fresh. I'll put the link up in just a minute. My brain's still not that screwed on, but I do have a code you can do with Stay Fresh. Does anybody know the words that I'm missing out on? I do feel better. I'm not kidding you. That cold knocked me on my butt. And then you get to school and the kids are coughing on you. And, well, I got to school and I kept telling them, y'all got to stop doing this. I'm so sick of being sick. And then the next week after getting sick, my oldest graduated from college. And then this past week was the last week of school for the preschool where I work, and I'm the music teacher, and we had an end of the year program. So I have been working on that diligently. And so today at 2 o'clock, guys, I decided, you know, I'm just going to go lay down, take a quick nap. Yeah, quick, did not, no. All right, so these little ones in here that are kind of mixing in, it's okay because remember, we're doing a tie-dye and the colors are going to mix together. You don't want more than one color. You can do, if you're going to do the brighter, more fluorescent colors, do all fluorescent colors. You can do all we'll go back to blue, it starts more blue. You can do all pastels, that's pretty too, but don't mix them. Start getting closer to the center. There's some of these down into here. But again, this is the fun, tedious ones. These are the ones you can charge a little extra for because of the time that you put into it. But these are the ones that are so cool when they eventually come together. Put some more blue in, start my spiral. And you're gonna work from the outside out. That's how this fills up. You don't wanna work from the inside out. You don't wanna start filling up your center too quickly. Stay fresh with Freshie. That's it, and I do have a link. Oh my gosh, this was not a nap. This was a sleep. This was a wake up and think I had to get ready for work kind of sleep. I couldn't figure out where I was. I was shocked that my alarm didn't go off. Yes, this was a sleep. And it was one that obviously my body needed, but I slept right through when I was supposed to do this live. And I couldn't do it at 8 because there's another live tonight. So, you see how that hole in the center is filling up? I'm about to show you something else we're going to do after I fill this yellow in. So you know when you do a tie-dye and there are areas that don't fill in, that don't do anything, and so they stay white? Well, we're gonna add some white in here, kind of like the tie-dye didn't fill in everything. And some yellow. This is a freshie mold that is available at Puzzle. Don't forget to share my live over on the other page. We want to make sure everybody knows that this is available because this is a fun freshie to make. You don't see many of these out, but do you see how that's already starting to make it swirl around? Next, I'm going to add in some white. Yes, it's in a freshie mold. Don't hate. Going to add in some white, but I'm going to add it like right in where the colors meet, but just a little bit, not a lot. We just want a little bit of color in here, like the tie-dye didn't. Fill in certain spots. You don't want it to be completely on there, but just a little bit in some spots. This is a pearl color, really pretty pearl. It makes the most beautiful freshies. Hi, Diana. But as you see, the way I'm doing this is just by pushing things around a little bit. Yes, it's a flip-flop, and yes, it's at Puzzle. I did flip-flops the other day. I don't know if I have one. Let me show you if I have one. Hold on. It might be one that I could give away. Yeah. That's what I did with mine. So this might be one I will give away later on. But yes, it's a flip-flop, and if you buy one, you need two. Just saying. Because, you know, you have to have two, because you have 2 feet. All right, and we're going to add a little bit more white to the side, and then we're going to start filling in some more. And if you look some, hello, Mary. If you look some, I did this, the flip-flop in one of my first Freshie lives on this page. So go see if you can find it. Isn't it fun? I show y'all how to put this one together, and I believe this might. All right, sorry, I disconnected for whatever reason there for a second, and I was arguing with my cell phone. All right, next we're gonna go back to our blue because we've done everything already, and we're gonna start filling in the circle a little more again. 3 colors, you don't want more than 3 colors because if you have more than 3 colors, it starts turning brown, and that's not the color you want. You're gonna have 3 colors. This is just the blue, and do you see how it's starting to fill itself in? Wait until you see when they are finally put into the oven. I have started doing my Freshies at 315 degrees for 13 minutes. Just so you guys know, because I've had people ask, and sometimes when you put Freshies in and they don't cook all the way, don't take them out. And do another thing. Do not ever take your Freshie out of your silicone mold until it's completely cooled off, because it will stick to the bottom of your mold. They will break in the center, and then you're going to be upset. And I've had people message me, and there are 2 things that happen. It either breaks apart in the center only. It doesn't normally break apart anyplace else, or it sticks to the bottom of your mold. So you need to make sure it's completely dry before you are completely cooled off before you decide to unmold your Freshie out of your mold. And don't use too much mica powder, because too much mica powder, it can't adhere together. It shouldn't freeze anymore. I forgot to stick it on my Wi-Fi, so it's probably fighting for Wi-Fi space in this house. But do you see how this is starting to come into the middle? I'm so excited. Wait until you see this one done. Now y'all can't have this one because my daughter, who is a tie-dye freak, has already called it. But you can now make one because you see that it's actually, as I told somebody the other day, anyone can do these. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's just a matter of taking your time with them. I'm going to come on soon and show you how to paint freshies. Now, all I'm doing is moving them out of where I want them and putting them in where I want them. Making sure they come into the center. And remember, you know, yellow and blue make green, so you're going to have some green in there. Pink and yellow, I don't know what it's going to do, but we'll find out in a little bit, won't we? What, your freshies breaking up? Yeah, I've had several messages about that. Thank you, Rhonda. All right, we're going to start with some more blue. Again, we're building this up. So it's time to put it in. And you see how easy this is. It's a lot easier than, oh my gosh, she's doing a tie-dye. It's actually easier than doing a tie-dye shirt. I will tell you that much. And then mixing together, it's okay. When have you ever found a tie-dye shirt that's perfect? And if it's perfect, it was done by a machine and not a person. So if they mix together a little bit, that's okay. Just move them around to get them where you want them. I'll put some more white in just a second. So guys, yesterday I bought this thing called a cream eye, or cream, I guess I won't just say creamy. And it turns anything that you put into it after you freeze it in the freezer. That's the only thing I don't think I like about it. I really would prefer to have one that freezes for you, but I'm not gonna complain. But it is, we had frozen yogurt today. I make my own yogurt. And so we had frozen homemade yogurt. So good, so good. So that's what we had for dinner because I slept through dinner. We were gonna have fried shrimp, but that didn't happen either. So, all right, move on to the yellow. So are y'all finding this to be easier to do than you thought? So I want y'all to be, I don't want y'all to be scared of freshies because really, honestly, they're not that hard. And once you get it down, heck girls, if I could do a freshie in a tie-dye, you could do a girl freshie in a tie-dye. I don't know if I want you guys over here though. There you go. You. Because you know me. Those who can do, those who can't teach. Yes, that would be me. That's me. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit more white in over here. All I'm using is this little half teaspoon doohickey here. Yes, doohickey. That's what I call it. And it answers to that. Just where the two colors meet together. It's the shirt that didn't get tie-dyed. And all that is and to answer a question that was probably going through your head after you saw the flip-flop, the reason that it's in the flip-flop is because I taught one day how to add mica powder to your freshie beads, but I was teaching something else, and so the only thing I had near me was the flip-flop, so I just poured it in there so I didn't have to. And I thought, oh, I'll just bake that later, and that hasn't happened yet. So it will probably happen today since I'm baking this one. And it's mesmerizing. I know you want to watch it and see what happens. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to go throw it into the oven, 315 degrees for 13 minutes. Then I'm going to let it cool completely. I'm not going to pull it out immediately. And if you'll probably notice, I do not have a nail in here. I'm going to put a screw eye into the top using heat. I showed y'all how to do that in one of my previous lives on this page, but I believe they are uploaded on the other page as well. So, all right, there's my white, and we're going to go on and move back to the blue. But does the white make sense to you, why I'm doing that? Because, you know, when you do t-shirts, they don't always, I think we need pink. They don't always,
negative space.
Yeah, my daughter calls it negative space because she's an artist. And that's what they do. They have words that make sense.
Looks like a lollipop.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But when it does go into the oven, the colors mix together. And this blue and this yellow will make some green, and the yellow and pink will make something. I don't know yet. Probably peach or something.
Really light orange.
Probably. Let's see, I'm gonna put some more blue in here. It needs some more blue. My daughter's watching now. It's mesmerizing. Blue. This, if you decide to ever do parties and have people make their own freshies, is a really good fun one because it's going to take some time and they're not done automatically. So how fun would that be to go to somebody's house and do freshies in their house and let them go home with a freshie that they made with product that you already own. I usually go 3/4 of the way. I usually almost fill it up because it is going to flatten. Let me show you. This one right here was done 3/4 of the way. Actually, this right here is about 3/4 of the way, if you'll see in here. And when you bake them, they squish down and they only come about 1/2 inch. You'll see how thin that is. So you don't want to go too thin. Ooh, that smells good. You don't want to go too thin. I think that's Blue Hawaiian. Somebody's going to win that today. If you go too thin, then it's too thin when it goes out in the car. Another thing I need y'all to remind your buyers. We are going to be hot this year, especially in Texas. The back of my Freshies has a warning. Do not leave them in your car. Do not leave them in direct sunlight. Now, they're not going to melt too much, guys, but they are going to melt. They're going to move. They're going to move around. So make sure you let people know not to leave their Freshies in direct sunlight, because if they do, they are not going to survive this heat, especially in South Texas. I mean, now right now we're going through a slight cool front, so we're only in the 80s, which is where we're supposed to be. But lately we've been close to 100, and so our Freshies are becoming a lot more pliable and they move around a lot more. And you're going to get people call. You make sure that they know they're non-refundable and not to leave them in the car. Especially like the LVs, Louis Vuitton, because they're so heavy, they'll start pulling together. Those are the big culprits of melting in sunlight. All right, I'm gonna go around probably one more time, add a little bit more white. Does anyone have any questions about what I'm doing? Isn't it awful? Oh gosh, it's so hot and I can't handle heat. So I don't really go outside that much. Today my daughter went swimming, but she went swimming at the aquatic center. It's just not worth it. I mean, if you can't go to the swimming pool and have a good time because it's too hot, there's a problem. Most of the time I stop going when the water starts getting hot. I believe that I uploaded my sticky, this thing right here. It says, do not leave Freshie in direct sunlight. It will melt. Keep Freshie away from children and pets. Do not consume Freshie. It is not food. If consumed, seek medical attention immediately. Keep your package for disposal use of your freshie. Hang freshie so that it doesn't touch any surfaces, and freshies cannot be replaced or refunded. You need something like this. I've done about, this is my third one. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. The girls will tell you that I've been off for a little while. I love doing lives with everybody, but it's been kind of a crazy nut kind of last couple of weeks, and I'm back. I like to show stuff like this. The other girls do all of the cups and how cute they are. I'm just into this, and this is tedious, but I love tedious. It just gives me something fun and exciting to do. I'm also going to teach you guys how to do, my next live is going to teach you how to do multiple colors into something. And then I'm going to teach you how to paint on lives. If you don't have these, order these on Amazon. This is what you want to do your painting with. You don't want to do it directly out of the puff paint bottle unless it requires things to be thicker. This is what you're going to need for the tedious. There is a person on my freshie page that I'm in, not mine, it's somebody else's, and they do the most beautiful, intricate work on their freshies. They sell them for $25 a piece, but the work she does, oh my gosh, she does princesses, and it's just, my mouth dropped when I saw her work. So if you want to see somebody, I believe it's freshies for beginner and advanced, but it's for beginning people to go in and learn from people who've done them already, to get ideas. It's kind of like the puzzle page, you know, you see what everybody's done, you get the ideas, and then you go do them yourself. Well, that's this freshies page that I'm in. And I know there's several people that have joined Puzzles group because of that page. So if you're here, welcome. Is this making sense to you guys? Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, you'll have to watch, but it basically you're watching me continue to do this over and over. That's okay, Samantha. You're fashionably late and we love you for it. You just basically are pouring over and over. You're going to have 3 colors, tie-dye colors or pastels or whatever. You're going to pour a little bit at a time. You don't want them to go together because they're going to meet anyway in the center because we're tie-dyeing. And as you see at this point, I'm just tapping them where I want them to go. And then if they move, I use a stick like this, and I push them where I want them to go, pat them down.
Reminds me of Dr.
Can you
Seuss.
go? It does. It does remind you of Dr. Seuss. Hey, go turn the oven on 315 degrees so that we can make this. I'm going to send a picture to you guys. And if you'll notice, some of the orange went into the blue. the yellow went into blue. I'm going to get some more highlighter colors just because I want to be able to, I just put green and yellow. I have done freshies where I've mixed the colors all together, and that was really fun. Because I had extras of everything, and you should see how they turn out. They look like Dippin' Dots when you do one freshie with a bunch of different colors mixed together. But when these melt, they're going to melt together and make their own colors. But this is the tedious part right here, is pushing them where you want them to go. And the higher up you get, the harder it gets to push them where you want them to go. All right, I'm going to put some white in here because my pink is now fighting with me, and it's starting to get mixed with that blue, and I don't want that. So I'm going to leave the center alone, and I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. And then I think that we're probably going to be done, and then I'll show you what it looks like with them all mixed together. I'll put some white right there. How about that? Okay, so I think we're just about done. I'm gonna put some more yellow on here so it covers up some of that pink. And I would sick my daughter on this, but she would be sitting here for hours trying to get it perfect. And it may still happen because we are waiting for it to come up to 300. The last thing you're going to do is you need to make sure that your freshie is patted down. And I usually use the back of a spoon or whatever. Another thing you can decide to do if you want to is, those pinks and that yellow are driving me nuts. I know they're driving you nuts too, so I'm sure they'll probably be moved. Is if you decide you don't like your sides to be sticking up, one of the things that I've learned to start doing is I get a spoon just as it comes out of the oven, and I push my sides down while they're still hot. Then you don't have to cut them, and it works beautifully every time. And you don't have pieces everywhere. I think she's gone to get some tweezers because that's going to drive her nuts. Yes, you can move them around with tweezers if you're an artist who has the mind capacity of a 19-year-old, because that's what she is. All right, so this is it. This is the tie-dye. We're going to move some of those pinks out of the way because I know her well enough to know. But all we did was start from the outside and start working in. You work your outside in, and that's how you're going to get that tie-dye look. It's going to melt together. I saw this done with the Texas state, the state of Texas. It was a really cool tie-dye done with the state. So you can do that with your states, and that's the stuff that people will buy. Coffee cups would be really good. I know that Jessica has some coffee cups that she's got that look like Starbucks coffee cups. And those would be fun because you know what happens when you drink too much coffee. Okay, I need to stop zhuzhing because I'm making it worse. Did you get a tweezers?
I couldn't find tweezers, but I think you can use this right here.
I'm gonna let
like
you do
scoop 'em
that in
up.
a minute. You can do that in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't have that much patience. Yeah, my little artist daughter is about, because this is hers. It's going in her car, and I know her. But anyway, so this is how you do tie-dye. Guys, it's just that easy. As I said, smoke and mirrors. It's just a matter of placing it where you want to place it. Bake it in the oven, 315 degrees for 13 minutes. If it needs a little bit more, then bake it for a little bit more. But you'll know it's done because it starts becoming translucent. You'll be able to see it. And when you touch it, you won't be able to move them, and they won't, here, start moving your things around. You won't be able to, they won't stick to your finger. You just know, oh, Lord have mercy, she found something that's scooping up the pink and putting it in the pink. Look, guys. I don't know where I got that, but she's using it as a scoop. You see how that yellow and that blue together? And she's just scooping out the pink and putting the pink and the blue where it's supposed to go, like a little scoop. Don't do that underneath because you're going to start mixing them together because that pink is way underneath. Just get them off the top.
This one's running away.
You hear my dog snoring? And she's a baby Shih Tzu, she's little. Just move those where they need to be. Just get those over there. If you start mixing them around, they're going to start continuing because there is some blue under that pink. Just get those over here. And that's how daughter and a mom argue with each other. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop messing. I hit my elbow, sorry. So that would be nice for me. I'm accident prone to sharp objects. I can't afford to invest in supplies for those yet. I hope you do really soon. Yes. But it's not a blackhead remover because look at the other end. I believe this came in a kit that I bought. And look, it's got the end for, I believe I bought a dentist kit because of this right here. And this was part of it. But yes, it looks like a blackhead kit thing. Can you believe it? I wish you could see how small she is. She's got no nose though. All right, my friends, I'm going to go put this in the oven now. I would like for you to know,
I actually kind of like the swirl right there.
you like the green,
Yeah,
the pink there?
Yeah, I like the pink. That's kind of good.
I don't like that pink, that one piece of pink. Can you move that one piece of pink?
Oh, I'm seeing like the undertones too, so.
No,
I
that
move
one
it
right
there.
there. That one, move it out of the way.
I don't like.
But it works, even if it is a blackhead tool. All right, there we go, my friends. Done. All right, so this is gonna go in and I will post everybody who joined me up until the live ended. And if this little doohickey, where's my finger, right here, is not on when you are watching and you decide to jump on, you do not qualify for the live. Only those 22 people that are on here, if I see your name and you popped in, you guys qualify and I will put you into my live feed, and I'm going to send out 5 freshies that I've made, and it'll be surprise, surprise, surprise. You don't know what you're going to get, but I hope that this has taught you how easy it is to do a tie-dye. And I'm surprised myself at how easy it was. And if you make one, remember, I want you to share it with me. I want you to show me what you think, okay? You're welcome, Pam. You all have a fantastic day, and I promise you I'm going to be back. I'm getting there. I got 4 hours of sleep today, so I'm so ready to get back into teaching you guys how to do things. That's right, Leah. You qualify too because you were on watching. No problem, Michelle. I can't wait to see how it finishes either, Christy. I'll let you know, and then I'm going to show you how I put my little my little eye in so that you guys can see how I do that. Because I didn't put a nail in this one. I'm going to be heating it with a fire stick, cigarette lighter, and just sticking it into the top. You could also do it while it's still hot, but I would not suggest it because then you would have to demold this while this is still warm. And I don't suggest it. Don't mess with it too much. This is going to start getting muddy. All right, my friends, time to go plop it in the oven. Have a fantastic day. Oh, from where I'm seeing up here, look up here, you can see a dragon. Do y'all see the dragon? The yellow dragon?
I see it.
Uh-huh. All right. We will post the finished product as soon as it's done. Have a great day, my loves. See you soon. Be safe out there and be kind to one another. Take care. No, it won't let me finish it. I'm going to put my hand in front of it. I'm sorry, guys.